Ayo YouTube, how you doing? So I just want to make this video really quickly, and it's mostly just about the importance of cooking for yourself and the realization that I've had about this over the course of the last like 8 to 10 years. So back in 2011, I learned about genetically modified foods and how Monsanto controls the world seed supply and all of these things, and how the FDA is a revolving door of bullshit. And I started trying to eat only organic foods, and I did for a while. I caught a lot of hate for being on this righteousness train. But then eventually I got so busy at work that I stopped, whatever. I'm like, whatever, cooking dinner, cook this, I don't care, type of thing over the years. But I did read this article one time when I was super young, I want to say in high school or middle school. It was just talking about how in France they eat like cheese and bread and they don't get fat, but here we do. And the whole point of that article was they sit down at the table. There's no phones. They're not. I don't even think phones were a thing, so I don't even think the article mentioned it. That's how long ago I read this. And there's no television, and you have to engage in conversation. And the meal is an event, and you don't have to worry about overeating when your attention is on the food. So that is like, okay, that's good to know. And then this started coming together for me a little bit more. I want to say like 2016 or 2017. I seen this video, and this guy was just making a lecture about a book he had written, and it was about how the preparation of our own food is so important, and how he we would never eat french fries every day if we had to cut the fries and fry them ourselves and peel the potatoes every day. It just wouldn't happen. You wouldn't eat french fries every day. But because someone is willing to do that for you, you will go eat those french fries every day. And so that, in his whole thought process, is that if you cook by yourself, you would eat what your body needed. And so for me, I kind of always thought about that. And then, like, I want to say in 2018, I was watching one of Pilot Man Flight Boss, hello, Archangel Ariel. He made a video a long time ago about just like what you eat. And he's like, he was like, if you want to be worried about a cow, he's like, you got to understand that that cow that came down that line, that was divinely guided for you, like, I can't remember exactly what he said, but basically it was just like, if you ate the cow fucking lucked up that she was the one that ate it, you know what I mean? And so, hey, don't scratch. So that really helped me not worry so much about us eating. Like, everything's divinely guided, divinely best. Like, what my body needs, my body says it needs. So if you know yourself, then you know what you need to eat. And even like basic fucking 3D science says this shit, like your body craves spaghetti sauce when you're missing whatever the fuck nutrient or whatever. You're missing the nutrient, so your body craves it, right? And I think Dolo talked about just the thing with salt the other day too, as well. So, anyways, all of this, right? Basically, for like the last 2 months, I've been cooking. I have not cooked once or twice. I've been eating out like every day with my daughter, or we'll go to a family's house. Like, a lot of people invite us over for dinner too, but we've been eating out a lot. And I was thinking all of this came to a head for me when my stove wasn't working. I'm super beefed out with my property management, keep company, because they petty, and I'm gonna teach y'all petty. But my stove is part of it. It's a small part of it. So my oven rather. So I was reading some stuff about astrology a while ago, and I can't remember what it exactly was. Could have been a meme, could have been an article. I read so much shit all the time, and basically it was just saying like how the stove is the wealth center of your home. And I'm like, well, I don't use the wealth center of my home even a little bit. That could be a problem. So Jolo was talking about in his last video about these Masons fucking what you do behind closed doors way more important than what you have doing out there. And so I just thought about how many of us are actually preparing our own food. How many of us are using our wealth centers in our home? How many of us are mindful of the energy that we're consuming with our food? So I'm making a commitment to prepare my own food or to eat food specifically prepared for me. so that the energy behind it is better. So, and this is another point I wanted to make. One of the things that makes me sad, and maybe it's just because I'm a Cancer sun, is that we've lost hundreds of years of domestic skills in this country. Like, no one knows how to fold a bed sheet, no one knows how to sew, and not many women know how to cook either anymore. And not to even be sexist, but I believe that once upon a time it was an honor to prepare meals for your family. It was of great importance to make sure that dinner was going to be on the table, because you couldn't just DoorDash fucking Taco Bell. And I'm trying to get back to that state where I'm providing my child with all that love in her food. Have a good day, Utu.